Welcome to the AfroGerman Girls Confessions, episode 14. We're in the double digits. Okay, so today we'll be discussing a meme I came across today on the Shade Room. One of my favorite self-love advocates, Derek Jackson, actually posted it. And I'm a bit on the fence, but I completely get where he's coming from. So I don't know if you guys can see this. Maybe if you zoom in. So he said that there's no reason a grown man should be playing NBA2K all day when he doesn't even have 2K in his bank account. Ouch. So I just want to discuss this a bit because I'm maybe not like your typical girly girl, because I used to play video games with my brother when I was younger. And I know that it's never just half an hour or an hour. Like, you just get completely caught up and then you're just, getting carried away, and then you have like you have different stages and you get to like the next level, and then you want to like remember what was it called? I think it was Super Mario Brothers, and you get to Bowser and you gotta like you gotta beat him, and then you win, and oh my god, it goes on forever. So I'm like a really big advocate of like, if you love something, then you should definitely do it, and if you're passionate about something, then go after that passion. But I think there is like a kind of like where it's tipping the scales, because that passion, if it's influencing the time that you're spending with your partner, it's a bit of a weird one. So I've got my friend here today with me, Gus. So he'll be throwing some questions at me from a male point of view, because I can only speak from my point of view as a female. And I kind of agree with Derek, simply because I feel if you're playing a game like NBA 2K, it could really influence like your time, and you only have so much. If you don't even have 2K in your bank account, that means you still gotta work. You still gotta put in a lot of work. And if all that time is going to that game, chances are you're not going to be doing that much with your time in regards to your work. So I feel it's what do you think?
So can a guy play it if he's resting, as in if he's just coming from work, he's been working all day, and then he's like, you know what, I just want to chill out, play some computer, I don't have to think, I've had a hard day at work? Is that okay? Is that cool? Or is it...
Yeah, but I mean, I think where it gets difficult is like, okay, yeah, you can do it like if you're resting and that's something you want to just, like relax and like relieve some stress, but then shouldn't be your partner be that kind of comfort as well? So how, like, where is like the balance of the whole thing? Because it's not just gonna be half an hour.
But then, okay, so girls or females may be on the phone, as an example. So, but she'll come in and be on the phone for an hour and sit next to you and be chatting to her friend on the phone, and you're there like, okay, cool. I can't do anything because I'm just listening to your conversation. I can't even pipe in because all I can hear is on the other end of the phone. So if he then has his own thing, is that not this? Is it the same? So for instance, if her thing is coming in and being on the phone, and his thing is coming in and being on the computer, and they're kind of doing separate things together, is that all right?
I think it's just like if you consider like what your other half is doing, because say for example, I'm not on the phone, but you're playing this game for like 3 hours straight, and I'm just by myself and I don't know what I'm doing, I'm bored, and like you're just tunnel vision, you're not doing anything else. I think if it's like I said, if there's like a balance and you're both occupied with something, by all means, I think it works. And yeah, definitely, I feel like you don't have to be like attached to each other nonstop and like, yeah, no, you're not allowed to play. So of course you can play a game, of course, but I feel like once it gets to the point like, okay, I want to tell you about my day, I want to tell you what happened, or maybe there's something at work and I'm upset. How would you know I'm upset? Because you're just looking at the screen the whole time.
That's true. There is something as well with people tend to have repetitive days, and in some sense you don't really achieve anything in a day. You just kind of go to work and then you come home and that's it. And obviously you've achieved many little things, living life, being awake, having your friends and family, etc. But sometimes I think for some guys it's a sense of achievement in something. So you can say, well, at least I'm getting somewhere on something.
With career mode.
Career mode, exactly. So there is that argument as well, that at least I feel like I'm doing something or I'm achieving something.
Yeah, but then couldn't you kind of like, this is where I feel like you could somehow combine it. Like say you in that career mode and like there was a prank that I watched just now on YouTube where it said like this angry girlfriend pranked her boyfriend and she deleted his all the data on his career mode. Oh my gosh. So I felt the pain just watching it. But how about you tell your girlfriend about like where you are in that game? Like why didn't you just combine it? Because like it kind of should feel like you're like together, right? And then if you achieved something, it doesn't just have to be in your work or in your office. Like, okay, fine, like you love this game, you're like super passionate about it. Okay, so what level are you in? Like explain it to me. Like how does this work? That's how I like used to bond with my brother, because my brother's like obviously like a guy, like I was like a girly girl. So how do you bond with like a male? And my brother was just super into video games and comics. So that's why now I love everything like DC, Marvel, and we used to play like Zelda, and then on the Dreamcast, like everything. Yeah. So I used to just get involved with that, and that's like bonding. That's bonding as well. So I don't know, is there like a stage in NBA 2K where there's like 2 players, or
There's 2-player mode.
But they don't want to play it.
Yeah, and sometimes it's a case of like it just take long for them to kind of get to a good level, which can be, it can be nice, but also it's down to the girl if she's interested in that as well. Whether she may be like, I think computer games are for kids, or I'm never good at them, or stuff like that. So it's down to her as well whether she wants to be a part of it.
Yeah, like same as like we tell our boyfriends about like makeup, or do you like this dress? I don't know. Like they most likely they're not interested, but like I'm saying, just come their way a bit, Yeah. So I feel like the way you kind of could address this is like, okay, tell me a bit about this game, right? But I feel like what Derek Jackson is saying is kind of like implying that you need to have a certain amount of money in your account in order to play that game. So what if you just, like you said, you had a boring day at work or the same thing over and over again, and you just have some type of action, But then, like I said, if it kind of takes overhand and that's all you're doing in order to kind of get away from the monotonous, like, daily life, then I think you need to address this. Maybe not just with your girlfriend, but with yourself. Like, do something else, like have an actual hobby. Because I think the issue with these games is that it's like an own little, like, world. It's not reality.
That's true. Part of the argument as well, though, is that some guys would say, but I'm not out spending money. I'm not out with my friends. Like, I'm in the house where you can see me. Like, you know what I'm doing. Like, I'm there if you need me.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just that whole picture. Like, say I had a long day at work. I'm coming home, and then I can just see you with that in front of the screen. You're just like, and you're not even looking at me. And I know you're not working. You do not have a lot of money in your account. So I think it's just that picture, like you're not being productive, because essentially you're not making money whilst you're playing this game.
I mean, you're making money. It's just not real money.
Yeah, but it's not real. You can't spend that money. Like
you can buy new trainers. You can buy new. Like a car.
Okay, I don't know the whole game.
You can get a new uniform. I mean, I don't actually play it, but yeah.
You do know the game a bit.
I know it quite well.
Yeah, so look, I'm not hating on NBA 2K, like, and if anyone wants to quote me on this, but like I said, there's still reality, and you still gotta make money, like we all do, and it's not really productive. Like, I could say, like, have a balance, like, and don't be upset if your girlfriend comes, or even your mom if you still live with your parents, and just say, look, that's enough now, because I feel you won't know the limit.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? And I think Derek has a point. Like, it's like, you should be working on you, and then maybe have like a day where you invite all the boys over and you have like a whole games day. Like, that would make more sense, I find. And say if you do it every single day, and then it's nothing special anymore, because you said it's like an escape, right? So if you want the escape, but the escape is the same one every single day, why not have the escape like maybe like twice a week or something? Like, that way you can look forward to it, right?
You can.
Okay, but you don't want to.
But you also need to practice. That's all I'm saying. Because if your boys come around and then they're like, "Yo, let's go," and you're like, "I haven't played for 2 weeks,"
but you haven't got the 2K in your account yet. No, but I mean, like I said, like, if you're passionate about something, by all means, do it. I would say, like, concluding, it's just a balance. Like, if there is like a certain amount of time you invest in it, be sure that you're also investing that time into your work, or if you want to better yourself or your career, then you should be looking at that as well, because it's so easy to get sucked in. Like, I don't even play video games anymore. When I used to, like, we spend the whole night playing video games, and before I know it's 3 a.m, and we had to go to school, and we're like, okay, and then you're just tired. But what did you do? Well, I got to level 28 in Zelda, so I'm just saying. So I didn't have 2K in my bank account, but like I said, I was a young girl, young and naive. But I miss Zelda, actually. But yeah, so I'd say Derek has a point. But like with everything in life, like, if you just have a balance, I think, yeah, that does the trick. Yeah. All right. So I still am, an AfroGerman girl. And this has been episode 14. All right. I'll see you next time.